you really said like you really didn't believe it. You're going to tell the person like you really believe it. Can you tell the person next to you, you're a masterpiece? All right. Well, I want to take you right into Family Focus this morning. And today's topic, we want to talk to you about the masterpiece. Now, most of you probably don't know that, may not have known that I used to paint. I used to be an artist. Yes, I used to be a little bit of an artist there. When I was in high school, I used to love painting. It was my way of dealing with whatever little stress we were going through as little kids. And I was in a painting competition at one time. And before the painting competition, I had to come up with some kind of, I guess, an idea as to what I can paint that would be unique. So what I did is I talked to my parents, I talked to my friends, I talked to people that I really trusted to get some ideas to paint. And I painted this scenery of this little house with leaves that were in the bush. And it was kind of very scenic with water fountain and mountains and birds and everything else. And it took me about 3 weeks to paint this painting, brought it to the competition, and I came out second. It was good, not first. I think the teacher probably cheated because the guy who came out first, he was my friend, and he was also the friend of the professor, so he got the mark. But the professor said to me, he says, forgive me. The professor said to me, you did an excellent job. I like to hear the word excellent, but I wanted to be first place. I'm very competitive. And he said, one of the things I noticed is I can tell you spent a lot of time in this masterpiece because it's very detail-oriented and it really looks great. And this morning when I woke up, that thought came into my mind about me being the masterpiece of God and the need for us as parents to create the masterpiece that God has given into our care, which is our family. And families today, you know, a lot of times we don't invest a lot of time because we're so busy, but reality is we need to invest time, just like painting, in the lives of our children and our relationship with our spouse in order to create a masterpiece. You see, as an artist, if I were to drop the brush halfway and walk away from the painting, it would be an incomplete painting. And a lot of times in our families, we give up and we feel like we cannot continue because it's just so much stress, as we say today, or we're overwhelmed, or our kids are not behaving the right way, and we want to put the brush down. But I want to encourage you this morning as families and parents, once you decide to become a parent or you decide to become a husband or a wife, you have taken that brush in your hands and you have started a life of painting a masterpiece, and God is your designer that is giving you the design to paint this beautiful picture.
Amen. And you know, when I really truly realized my husband was an artist is when we were dating and we didn't have a lot of money, and he wanted to give me flowers. So
we had no money, honey.
He would draw me roses instead. I have proof. I have it at home. So men, you have no excuse. You can draw flowers for your women. But as we go back to God, he says in Ephesians 2:10 that we are his workmanship. We are his masterpiece. And you know, he's our example even for our family unit, that we can continue to create masterpieces in our family. A masterpiece is something that is unique. So your masterpiece in your family unit might be different than another, but you were working together to create masterpieces to benefit one another as husband and wives and children. So I have a couple points for you, tips actually. Number one, our children are a reflection of who we are. Some may make their own choices, but we are the ones holding the brush. And they will create their own masterpieces when they leave home. Number two, never give up on your spouse and children. Keep functioning as the one who is creating the masterpiece. And number three, which is very important, it's never too late to get suggestions and recommendations from those around you to add value to your masterpiece. And that's what my husband and I do. We look forward to learning from others about creating our masterpiece, which is our family. God has entrusted such precious gifts to us that we want to be creating masterpieces, especially for his kingdom.